What is happening, Metasites? So I'm just trying something a little different. Just drinking coffee, relaxing, enjoying a game, not really thinking about anything. Um, Here's a game that I've just been playing lately. I just thought that maybe this time I'd turn the camera on and share with people like my honest thoughts of like what's been happening lately. I've been watching a lot of news. Yes, I know all about the things that are happening in the world, but in my own personal world, I gotta take care of that. You know, my grandmother, she's not doing too well. At 83 years old, I can't even have a simple conversation with her and talk about just regular stuff. This is upsetting to me because how there's a lot of things which I wanted to talk about with my family, but I can't because number one, they don't understand. I think that maybe people who are watching me right now, they probably don't understand my current background and well, whatever. I mean, there's people there out there that have different lives. I get it, but one thing I just want to share about myself as a filmmaker, wanted to get out and into the real world. Okay, the real world because there is a reality out there. People are not. Um, they're not growing. They're not working on their own content, and you could say whatever you want about this channel. This channel has been it's another channel that I put together after being shadow banned so many times. I would just go follow Zay Speak Truth because Zay is a guy who's been talking about the important issues about the Kool-Aid jabs. I'm sure that anyone who hasn't been living under a rock understands what the pandemic is and what it's done. It's changed everything. The world is not going to be the same as it once was. I'm sorry. And my life right now, I'm just watching YouTube as if it was TV, like a million channels. And the only way to make it as a YouTuber is to try to keep your channels interesting so I can gain an audience, so I can gain a following. And I know for a fact that it's going to be a long time, to even get up there, especially with all the shadow banning that's been going on. So I'll tell you the truth, okay? There's a lot of things happening. They're talking about Elon Musk, the possibility of buying YouTube. I was just arguing with a guy who doesn't make any content. Whatever. Anyway, he said to me that, oh, you're stupid, that this will never happen, that Elon Musk has only got $180 billion and you need over 200 billion. Listen, if you own Tesla, the boring company, if you invent the Pi phone or the longer lasting battery, and if you have stocks like in dividends, crypto, something which I cannot invest in because I'm a starving artist. But yes, I know about a little thing called crypto, and I would say that if people were smarter, they would listen. The market right now is down, so I mean, you could probably buy crypto and even Bitcoin if you want to take out a high interest loan and take a gamble on that, which I would not advise. Okay, I said it. I would not advise doing it. You can choose to do whatever you want, but some people are crazy. Like Sam Hyde is. He went to the very extreme end and he went into credit card debt just so he could buy Bitcoin. And don't ask me who Sam Hyde is. He's just a character, YouTube character who, like so many other characters on YouTube, they're crazy, but they're pretty smart. I mean, they make content, so Jack Knapp replied he needs to buy a Fox. I don't know. Some people don't make content. I don't listen to people who don't make any content. They're even talking about, just the other day in Fox News, they're talking about artificial intelligence now can create essays in English so that kids don't have to write essays for school. They can use a computer to uh, make it up. And this is where we're at today. You know, AI has become so powerful and so smart. They can one day replace people. I was just having an argument last month with some random kids. I got like 50 angry messages asking why is it that they put phones in schools, and I got a lot of hate from that. I had to do a video. You can find it, I'm sure, on the other uh, listing of the videos that I've done in the past. I'm sure only a few people will bother to check it out, but yeah, in a nutshell, people are becoming way too dependent on technology. I believe, though, that if things continue as they are, even though I know that it's the way of the future, yeah, everybody's got to have a smartphone, and I mean, what can't we do with it? I mean, it's crazy. I mean, I miss the 90s, okay? I'm just gonna say that. Things were different back then. Everything was different. I remember the age before the internet. I miss those times. And nowadays, it's like, oh yeah, you can't find a nice girl. Why are you going eHarmony or Plenty of Fish? Well, no, I'm not into that. I'm not familiar with online. I like to meet people, but unfortunately, as a Saturday night right now, I mean, Friday will be Saturday in a few hours. It's at nighttime right now, and I refuse to go to a bar. I have no money anyways, so the only sensible way for me to enjoy my weekend is to just stay indoors, maybe do my own thing, backtrack a little bit, maybe watch a few videos, maybe create some. I would just I would probably get a gym membership by this time. People would ask me, well, why don't you go to the gym? Why don't you go out? Well, it costs money, you know, like, my budget is not that great. I'm spending most of my budget towards rent. The most sensible thing to do if you have friends is to sublet, go live with them, and then figure out a way to make money, do a side hustle. I died. Because you know something, life right now is a lot like this game. Like, I'm backtracking back to the start of where I've been, but the difficulty settings are harder than they were before. And if you haven't been living on a rock since the pandemic, everything has gotten more complicated. I mean, you can't just walk into certain restaurants and stores without having to wear a mask, or, you know, like, you got to be careful of who you talk to now. There's pronouns and all this other crap that I got to deal with. It's like the world is completely turned upside down. It could be. I mean, the last time I went to get a snack, I think at this big supermarket, the drugstore, shoppers, they had people check out. There was a self checkout, but the only alternative I had at the time was being served by trans guy. I don't want to be served by anyone that I can't even identify what the gender is. Those people make me sick. By the way, yeah, if you haven't started talking to your family about getting situated, like, I was arguing with my grandmother again about the food. She gets upset, and when she gets upset, she clings to her mobile phone, and then she's like, "Oh, I'll call the police." I'm like, man, I'm just here to help, and please understand. And she does. I love my grandmother. She does not own a smartphone. She does not understand what's going on, so it's really difficult for me to talk to her and other people. She's probably the only person I really got in this godforsaken place. So yeah, I feel like a lonely warrior going out there. I mean, like, I don't know anymore what goes on downtown. I was there a few weeks back. I witnessed a fight, and you could see that in the link. I'll just maybe say go find it. bunch of kids were fighting in the streets. Nobody actually stopped them. It was crazy. It was crazy. So yeah, and I refuse to take my chances and go out downtown with phone and my wallet belongings. It's just really, it's not very safe to be out on weekends. So yeah, there's not many places that are open anymore. The churches weren't really there for me, even if I wanted to go to a church. I mean, now they have all these different policies. It's like, oh, you had to be vaxxed in order to get into a church. I mean, it's like, what? What is going on? So that was pretty upsetting, and I don't really feel like talking about it too much because, I mean, it did upset me a lot. But, oh no, the bars are still open. You can go and hang around with, creepy people. They're drunk and high out of their minds. There's not one sensible person I don't think I've ever met. And all the sensible people, I guess, are now in hiding. And I was even trying to reach out to this one guy on Facebook. He said he came from Toronto. I tried to help him out with all the places to go shop to, the dollar store, and what to do if he was in a bind. Of course, he didn't contact me back. I mean, I think he was probably Chinese, and I don't know if he really wanted to get to hang out or jam. Nobody really seems to want to hang out anymore. If anyone wants to know about my personal life, yeah, I'm a pretty lonely guy. People say, oh yeah, you look good, you look cool, you're intelligent, you're not too bad looking. But yeah, I mean, it's all about the environment. When you come down here, you have to find a reason to stay. I came here to try to find work, but instead they're hiring people from overseas. Our government, liberals, I swear, liberals have destroyed this country, and now people are telling me, oh, you gotta go overseas and get a passport and find a nice girl, nice traditional girl who's not progressive and not feminist. Well, yeah, I mean, I could probably do that, except one little problem. We need money to try to travel. You need a passport. You need a co-signer. You need to do all these things. You got to do A, B, and C. I trusted people from America, which was probably one of the biggest mistakes I've ever made, honestly. People say, afraid of this game. You know what? I trusted people from elsewhere if they could help me to find a nice girl, somebody compatible, and yeah, they let me down. I don't know why I donate or try to help people out, because at the end of the day, my situation is still the same. It's never going to change. It's never going to get any better. I mean, unless I do something for myself. I was actually going to create a documentary about Disney, and people expect, oh yeah, he's going to do it for free. Well, I asked for donations because, I mean, right now I'm eating noodles and surviving below my means. People expect everything given to them. Yes, I could totally craft a 2-hour, maybe 3-hour documentary. Maybe I'll do it in parts, but I mean, why do people want me to do this? I mean, like, what am I going to get out of this? I mean, I don't even get paid at all. It's like that street performer that people look down on. I mean, at least he's doing something. He's getting paid. Those artists that are busking and creating stuff out in the streets, those people, they get more street cred than I do. They're just making paintings and making music or playing the drums or cosplaying, and they get paid. I make entire documentaries and I don't get paid a cent. Nothing. Nada. And how am I supposed to compete with YouTube's community guidelines? My reward is that I get shadow banned, I get censored, I don't get any help in return. And it's bullshit. It's complete, utter bullshit. Why do I keep on doing this for?